So much was on the line in our main event. Title shots, contracts, rankings. Why don't you walk us through these highlights of Rory McDonald versus Stephen Thompson?
Certainly, and on top of all those things you just mentioned, you know, we're two very good strategic and stylistically different guys, and Stephen Thompson's a difficult nut to crack. Rory McDonald came out questionable with a couple of these rolling attempts to get to leg locks, had me and Rashad both scratching our head a little bit. We thought we'd see more conventional takedown attempts. Instead, it was Stephen Thompson primarily owning the center of the octagon, getting off first, and when Rory did throw a punch, Stephen finished the exchanges with either kicks or punches. We rarely in this fight saw Rory McDonald throw more than 2 punch combinations. It was typically 1 punch at a time, sometimes 2, but Stephen Thompson being the quicker guy, sending his hands, angling off, getting his back away from the fence repeatedly. When Rory did look for takedowns, he was unsuccessful, and here you can see him just over-aggressively coming forward and paying the price for it sometimes with the quick counter-punching of Stephen Thompson. And just like Rory said at the end of the fight, Stephen is a real tricky guy. You can't just rush in. You can't just close distance. We talked a lot about this in the pre-fight show, about how we'd have to see Rory McDonald do 2 or 3 things first to get inside. He didn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that Rory needs to do, he needs to keep Thompson on the horns of dilemma, not knowing if he's going for the takedown or he's going for the strike. That's how you open up your strikes. That's how you open up wrestling, is keeping the opponent not knowing what you're going to do. Keep him guessing. When he did try to close the distance, what he did was just kind of a reinforced kind of armadillo style, coming in just like this. There was no motion inside. It was just an armadillo kind of marching forward, as Faraz said, marching forward, not really giving Thompson anything to look at, but just kind of that pressure going forward. It worked for him to land a couple shots, but at the end of it, he wasn't able to land anything significant because it wasn't an effective offensive attack.